Hey there everyone, hope you guys doing well. This is Janvi Pujari. I'm a self-taught web developer and a mentor in Newton School, and I welcome you all to my channel of Students Coding Community. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another updates. So my friends, this is the day 3 of ACE JavaScript series and I'm super excited to start this video. Are you excited? We're gonna see variables. So variables are super important in JavaScript because that's where we store our all the data. So guys, there are variety of data types that we're gonna see in JavaScript. But about data types, we're gonna see in the next video. Right now, we will see that where exactly we store our data types. That is basically in the containers, right? So that container is actually called as variables. Okay, now in the variables also there are 3 keywords, that is where, let and const. So in this video we are gonna see that how these 3 keywords has their own purposes in JavaScript. There is one thing that we name these containers. Now you might ask that why do we name these containers? Let me give you one small analysis. In our household, usually we don't store oil in the container which we store our lentils or cereals, right? Similarly, we don't store our cereals in the container of detergent, do we? Because there is some rules and regulation in our household that this particular thing should be only stored in this container, right? So similarly, such kind of rules and regulations we also have in JavaScript as well. So for this reason, naming is important, and how this works, let us see. Let's first see about where. How does it work? So first we have to write var, right? So we have to tell our browser that we have this container and let us give it some name. And let's say I'm keeping it A as a name, and then we have to assign some data, right? We have to store some data in it, and here I want to store some text, right? So for storing text or a string, the text is called as a string in JavaScript. That is why for storing a string we have to put double inverted commas around it. You can also put single inverted commas, but here I am using double inverted commas. And then most importantly, you have to end it with a semicolon. It is very much important in JavaScript or in most of the programming language where you put semicolon is very much important because it states that we are ending this line of code. So remember to put semicolons. Now obviously we cannot see output on our screen. We have to go to the console, and for viewing it on the console we have to write console.log, and then in the bracket we have to write A, and again we have to end it with semicolon. Now you will see on the screen that we have Janvi as the output. Right, now similarly I can put where and I will write B, and similarly I can put any data, right? Instead of text I can also put any numbers as well. So for adding numbers I don't need to add any inverted commas around it. You can put your numbers like that only. And if I put console.log and write B, you can do that. Now similarly I can assign different data to this as well, right? I can write B and I can assign another data as well, right? Now next thing comes is that if I write variable B and then I put semicolon, what I did, I just declared my variable, right? I declared it. Now if I try to console log it, it won't, right? It will give me an error. It will say that it is undefined. And why it is giving as undefined? Because I have just declared, right? I have not assigned it anything. So for getting an output we have to assign some data here. Okay, and now talking about this variable names, you can give any variables name you want, but as I said, there are some rules and regulations and naming conventions for variable names as well. You have to keep in mind certain things before keeping a variable name. So let me write that it should start with letters. Okay, it can contain numbers later, but it should always start with letters, and this dollar sign. Okay, it cannot start with any symbols or any numbers. Remember this in mind, that only letters or dollar sign. You cannot start with numbers or any other symbols. Suppose I want to write const. So this is how const is being written. Const B. So my friends, this is how const is being written. Now you will see that where and const look pretty much similar. So what is the difference? Okay, now if instead of A Janvi, I will again write A and I will assign a different value. I will assign it Pujari. Now you will see the difference in output. You will see that the output has changed. Now if I try to do the same thing with const, let us see what happens. You will notice, did you understand what just happened? It gave us an error. So this is what happened. You cannot reassign the value in const. You can do that in var, but you can't do that in const. So this is the difference between var and const. Okay, now const is again important in the places where you don't want to reassign the value, or you don't want that your initial value should change. Even by mistake in future you don't want to change it. At that situation, using variable keyword as const becomes handy. Now the last but not the least, we have let. Now we have to see that how let is different from rest of them and what is the purpose of using let in our code. Right, so see, if I write variable name as right, and similarly if right, this is our global scope, and I'm going to talk about global and block scope in future videos, but right now remember that if I write variable name as Delhi and then I will console log it, we can easily see the output, we can guess that. But if I write in the bracket that let city is equal to Bangalore, and if I see the console, then you will see the different output. Our global, nothing has happened to global. Our Delhi is still there, right? But Bangalore has also been shown as the output. If I try to reassign the value inside our bracket, then it is also can be done. We can reassign our value. Whereas if I remove this, if I take this outside console.log cd, then you will see that the global scope only will print it. The var is going to print, where city name as Delhi is going to print. Neither Bangalore is gonna print nor Kolkata is gonna print. Okay. Let's do one more experiment to find out the difference between var and let. Now if I remove this let, right, you will see that whole initial value is just changed right now. You will see that the initial value of var, which was Delhi, has changed to Kolkata. So this is where the confusion arises. The block level scope behaves little different from global level scope. So that is why using let becomes handy in many situations, and most of the web developers use let only. Nowadays very less people use var. Only while working with the beginners they use var, but most advanced people usually work with let. So I really hope that you have understood about variables and how do they work in JavaScript, and also that these keywords have different purposes. It's not like you should only use this is bad or this is good. Everything is good and they have their own purposes, and at situations when you want your code to work in a certain way, you can use them. So I really hope that you have understood this. This School's code editor, and the best thing about this code editor is that it is very much useful for beginners. Why is that so? Because not only you can write code over here, you can also learn programming and solve practical questions just for free. Don't you think that is cool? And also what this Newton School is, again, I have seen people who ask always that what is Newton School, what do they teach, where do they teach? So let me tell you about Newton School. Newton School is an online learning platform where you can learn full stack development courses and get your dream job. And the best thing about this is you don't have to pay any fees until you get placed in best companies. So check out the link in the description to skyrocket your coding career. So my friends, this much for today. I really hope that you have liked this video and you have learned a lot of new things from this video. Do not forget to share this with your friends because they might also find this helpful. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and access the playlist because in the previous videos I have covered a lot of important concepts which you might miss, and I really don't want you to miss that, because for a beginner all the basic concepts are so much important to make the foundation stronger. Plus practice is the only key to become a better web developer. So I will recommend you all to please practice everything that you learn from my tutorial or any other tutorial on the internet, so that you become stronger with your foundations and become a better web developer. So this much for today. So bye bye, have a great day.